from Ryan Flory. That's at Ryan Flory 6. What are the Titans' offseason quarterback options short of luring Tom Brady out of retirement? I don't think Tom Brady is going to go play for the Tennessee Titans at 47 years old. That's just me. Or be 48 next year, I believe, right? So I think Tom Brady is firmly off the table for the Titans. Look, I think that they're going to be looking at all things. Like, they are now at the point where the decision is more or less been made. Will Levis is not going to be the quarterback of the future there. And so now you come out of this and you say, okay, like, what's our next option? And I think you would look at somebody like Sam Darnold. If he were to make it to the open market, that would be a viable option for them. And they're also going to look in the draft. Now, the problem for teams like the Titans and the Giants and the Raiders that have quarterback needs coming into this year's draft and have high picks is that the class doesn't look great. So, when you're looking at it, what do you see from Shedeur Sanders? What do you see from Cam Ward? What do you see from Quinn Ewers? From Jackson Dart? Some of these guys, the story hasn't fully been written yet. Drew Aller, could he reverse course and come out from Penn State? There are some people who feel like he would be the most talented guy in this year's quarterback class if he did come out. And if he shows a little bit more, maybe he does. These are all questions I think that these teams are going to have to answer over the coming weeks and months. And I don't know that there's a viable answer for any of them out there. So I think the likelihood is the Titans add a quarterback in free agency or via trade. If it is somebody like Sam Darnold, assuming Darnold, if Darnold wasn't franchised, then maybe that guy can be a quarterback for the future. I think the more likely scenario is you come away with a bridge, and then you try to get your quarterback in the draft, and maybe the bridge is to get us to the 2026 draft based on what your evaluation is of the 2025 class. Again, it's complicated for all these teams that need quarterbacks this year, and the Titans aren't the only one. Again, I throw the Giants and Raiders in that group. It's a very complicated question because the 2025 quarterback class doesn't look nearly as strong as last year's class did. In fact, I would tell you right now, unequivocally, the top 3 picks in last year's class, Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Drake May, would all be number 1 overall, no doubt about it, based on where they were, not now, but based on where they were in April, would be number 1 overall picks in this year's class without question. And I think you'd even talk about a Penix or a Nix or a McCarthy. While I'm not sure those guys would have been first overall picks, I think you could talk about those guys being maybe as good or better prospects at the time when they came out than anybody in this year's class is either. That's just what those teams going into 2025 with those quarterbacks needs in the draft are going to be looking at.